at this level, there's always going to be some injuries. I don't think Lonzo's is anything too serious, but since it's preseason, we gave him the day off to make sure his ankle's right, and he'll get reevaluated tomorrow. Get treatment all day today. Larry sprained the finger. I think X-ray is negative, so however long that'll take, we'll obviously go day to day with that. And Bi, banged heads in the game, so he's meeting with the doctor to be evaluated. So, we had Bogut going full today. We had Brooke going full today. We had Josh Hart going full today. So we still got a good practice in.
Luke, when you look at your team offensively, for that first quarter and a half, things look to be pretty fluid and smooth and improvement from game one. What do you think things went from that?
Well, I thought they did it. I thought we did a great job of having a goal and a focus to start that game, and we seemed to lose it a little bit there in the second quarter, and I felt like it came with some bad shots. We stopped moving the ball, and we lost some of our energy when that happened. So it's we've been together a week now. We're still building that, and it's tough to stay locked in and play for close to as 48 minutes as you can. And we got a young team that's playing big minutes, and that's part of what we need to learn to do together.
What was the challenge defensively with Denver, especially defending the three-point line? Just seemed like you guys were chasing most of the night, weak side, just closing out a little late.
Well, the first quarter we were great. Our guys, I think they were 0 for 6 from threes. We fouled a couple late. We had a nice lead, I think 29-20, and then a couple off, non-shooting fouls that they're in the bonus that they hit free throws. So I thought the first quarter we did a really good job of, sticking to our principles. Now Denver is built. They have shooters all over, and they got big, talented centers that can roll and pass and play make. So they're a tough team to defend for anyone. And I think as the game went on and they finally got in a rhythm and started hitting some of those threes, and we're still sticking to our defensive principles we want to work on. Eventually we started switching a little bit there against their smaller lineups, which is how you normally guard a team like that. Full rotations. We haven't gotten full rotations yet in practice, so we're not going to do it in a game. But they're a tough team to guard. But we showed in the first quarter. We showed some of that in the film session today. When we're all on the same page and doing it with the effort it requires, then we'll get the stops we need.
Along those same lines, what was the most disappointing thing to you?
The most disappointing thing. Probably the start of the second half. I thought our guys, they brought it in. They talked about it at halftime, really coming in and getting back after it the way we started the game. And we just started the second half. There was no energy in there. It wasn't until we got our bench in that they started playing to that level where the crowd got involved. So, for a young group to come out in the second half, and it's one thing if it's a veteran group and it's a preseason, I can get it. But for a young group, we should be coming out with much better energy than that to start the half.
How did Bogut look today?
He looked good. Yeah, he's obviously a monster. He knows what he's doing out there on the floor. Makes plays. Made some really nice passes. Defensively, he's all over the place. So it was good to see him out there. He's still knocking off some of that rust, but physically he looked good.
When do you think Lopez will be able to get into some of the preseason games?
We'll get him back at some point. When that is, that's up to the doctors. They cleared him to play for us, so we're excited to have him back in practice. But I don't as much as I want him on the floor for the games, I don't want to rush him back at all. We want to keep him back once we get him. So that's going to be up to the doctors and the trainers to tell us that he's 100% clear to go.
When we all saw Kuzma in the summer league, he passed the eye test. And everyone was kind of waiting for the preseason, and now he's done it for 2 games. What's impressed you the most?
His competitive spirit. He doesn't care that it's the preseason. He doesn't care that it's practice. He doesn't care if it's a shooting drill. He wants to win, and I love that about him. Now we got to channel some of that energy and make sure that you know, he's still playing within the structure and he's not fouling. But the way he competes as a, you know, coaching staff, and even you know, for his teammates, that's contagious.
Back to Lopez, what's the balance of wanting to be as patient as you possibly can be, being really conservative, and also giving these guys a chance to learn how to play with him in his game set?
Well, that's why we started playing them with the first unit in practice already, just to get them reps. But to me, the balance is way more important that he's, you know, he's healthy and you know, not at risk of re-injuring himself than it is getting him out there and getting reps. It's a long season. He'll have plenty of time to play with those guys. We got him in practice to get the reps in, and we'll take it like that.
And you said he's cleared, but you said it was still going to be coming up to the doctors when he could play.
Yeah, well,
what are you waiting to hear?
That I don't know. I mean, they cleared him to practice full court, so that's what I'm taking right now. And I don't. To me, there's no reason, you know, to call and put pressure on the doctor. I mean, the doctors know what they're doing. They know a lot more about the medical world than I do. So when they give me that call to say, hey, he's good to go, then we'll start playing him.
So they're so far saying not games, but practices go.
Yes. Yeah.
Hey, Luke, after they look at the way the schedule's changed, being able to figure out how many more practice days and stuff like that you anticipate being able to have once the season starts. Kind of an idea of that.
We've gone through the schedule and kind of picked out potential days off. I don't know the number.
Well, do you generally feel like are there more days available? I'm just curious how that, like knowing you might have more days to practice, might influence how you're handling the shorter, you know, 3-week stretch before the real games start.
That's it. Yeah, it's not affecting that. We will have more practice days, which will be great for a young team. But we're approaching it more of the season in like the big picture of when we're ready to get to the next phase of what we're trying to do, we'll get to it. Whether that's in training camp or the regular season, you know, the time we're not putting pressure on the actual timeline of when something gets accomplished. We're just going to keep chipping away at what we're trying to do.
Look, along those same lines, are you in the process? Are you behind where you thought you should be, or just to?
No, not at all. I think we're fine where we're at. Guys are really buying into what we're teaching, and we're just drilling it away. You know, to me, at this level, until you really understand something, if you have to think about something, whether it's a rotation, a play, where you're supposed to be, you're too late. This level's this NBA is too quick. It's too skilled. You got to be able to just, you know, make that decision in an instant. And until we get to that point, to me, it's just not worth moving on. So I think the guys, we're fine where we're at right now, a week into camp, and you know, they continue to bust their tails in practice, and we'll be fine.
What's Bosh's role in practice?
Spectator, encourager. He was talking to Julius a couple times. You know, he knows some of the guys, but he didn't really have a role other than he was just, you know, here checking it out.
I guess props.
Guest of the Lakers.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Luke, when will you determine if Lonzo will play tomorrow night?
When the trainers, I mean, that's all medical stuff. We're gonna, like, it's my job as a coach to coach who we have available, and we'll plan for if he doesn't play. We'll have a plan for if he does play. And when the trainers give us an answer, we know.